Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea Dinan. I'm so glad that you're here because today's topic is a really important one to me. It's about my lifestyle, the changes I've made in my lifestyle over the past 5 or 6 years, and why. As many of you know, I've moved cross country 5 times as of the filming of this video, and so my lifestyle has been on the road. It's been kind of neither here nor there. It's just been all over the place, literally. And so in those years of moving, I have obviously learned to deal with my things and my stuff and my belongings in a way that really works for me. And so today I really wanted to talk about how I adopted a minimalist mindset and how I've applied it to my whole life, not just my belongings, but my whole life. We might get into that more in depth in other videos because this is a topic I feel deeply passionate about, and it has really given me the freedom in my life that I have wanted and needed. By needing less, by wanting less, you free yourself of time and energy and space for so much more. If you are interested in this topic, then also be sure to check me out over on Instagram at Chelsea Dinan, where I share a lot about intentional living and share things like snapshots of my apartment and how I decorate with a minimal style, you name it. So make sure you go and check me out over there. So let's rewind to 2009, 2010 when I was getting ready for my first cross-country move. I had recently graduated from college, so I didn't really have any substantial furniture or belongings. I had my clothes and photo albums and things I just kind of always kept with me. So when I moved out there, I took pretty much everything that I did have. I didn't really go through my belongings as carefully as I should have to decide what I really wanted, what I didn't need. I just packed everything up. And once I got out there, since I didn't have any furniture, I bought pieces that were pretty inexpensive because again, I was recently out of college. I just kind of went to IKEA and picked out the cheapest sofa and a beige color that would go fine with my walls. But I didn't really pick them intentionally, I guess. And knowing me, knowing even my mom, she was very big into interior decorating, and so I did know better and I did care more, but for whatever reason, I think I just wanted to get furniture to fill my apartment, and that was it. So when I left and decided to move back to the East Coast the first time, I had acquired all that furniture, and so I packed everything up in a moving van and drove back to the East Coast just to put it all in storage. All the furniture and decor that I had bought, I just put it in storage, and I paid however much a month it was to keep it in there, and I never looked at it again until I was ready to move to California. At that point, I had rented a partially furnished apartment in San Diego the first time I moved out here back in 2012. So because I had all those pieces in the apartment I would be moving into, I decided to sell all the furniture that had been sitting in that storage unit for however many months. So yeah, I made some cash, but I look back and I'm like, if I had purposely chosen those pieces, or I had decided to not even buy them at all, I wouldn't have even been in that situation. It just really felt like a waste. So I sold that furniture. I moved to San Diego where I was living in a partially furnished apartment. So I knew that I didn't need to purchase a bed and a box spring, and I didn't need a couch. So I brought my bookshelf, these 2 dining room chairs that I had bought, but I got rid of the dining room table, a big dresser that was clunky and heavy, and then again, I just bought what I needed to fill the space. Now, here's where the minimalist mindset really comes in. It was through learning that I was just kind of subconsciously purchasing these things because I thought I needed them, but I wasn't really attached to them in a good way. I was just acquiring things for the hell of it. And that's no way to live, at least not for me with all of my cross-country moving. So I knew that if I was going to purchase something, that I wanted it to be high value and I wanted it to serve a purpose, and I wanted it to be something that I could see myself with for the future. So then fast forward to moving back to the East Coast and moving into my first apartment in the DC area all by myself. I knew at that point that I really wanted to purchase items and furniture that meant something to me and that really reflected my style. So at that point I purchased a couch, I purchased an amazing mid-century modern furniture set that was on sale at an antique store. They were just trying to get rid of it. And I really found pieces that spoke to me and was able to design my home in a way that felt really right for me. I consciously chose to design my space. I really started to notice the value of living minimally and really simplifying what I had and making sure that whatever I brought into my home was of value, and not being attached to things, being able to let go. I really found that to be so beneficial when I was moving, even just when I was moving from my apartment in Maryland over to Virginia. Just being able to go through my closet and realize in the past year and a half of living in this apartment, I haven't worn these 5 sweaters, whatever it was, and being able to just say, let that go. I will donate that to charity. I don't need it because I haven't worn it. So as I was making those moves and going through my belongings, preparing for the moves, and seeing all the things that I had held on to since I made my very first cross-country move now almost 7 years ago, it was pretty ridiculous. It was ridiculous to see all the things that I just held on to for the sake of holding on to them, and that I couldn't release what I didn't need. So it was at that point that I really started to change my mindset, and I started to feel the freedom in that, and it started carrying over into other areas of my life, not just belongings, but also looking at how much time I was spending doing this or doing this, and how I could better serve myself by simplifying my life in other ways. So it really created this movement for me, this lifestyle that now really deeply serves me, and it has given me so much freedom and time and energy to do other things than to worry about all the stuff that I have or the busyness of my life. I've simplified my life, and it's taken routine. I've noticed that before I never really had a morning routine, an evening routine. I wasn't as concerned with self-care, and so now that I've really gotten into the practice of self-care, I've established these daily routines that really keep me focused. I don't need all the noise and the static energy that I thought I needed to fill up my time before. I love the quote, "Stop the glorification of busy." I'm from DC, where I think people are known to always constantly be doing, going. It's just a rat race in DC. And even living there, I was able, and when I was working full-time and had my business on the side, and I was in that state of busy and having to do, I still felt so calm because I had simplified my life, and I didn't need all the things that I once did. So I don't want to make this too lengthy. Again, this is something I want to talk about in the future a lot more. I just kind of wanted to talk a bit about minimalism and how this minimalist mindset in my life has given me such freedom, and to do it in a way that is so sustainable. You know, I didn't go to one extreme and just sell all of my belongings and say I can just fit everything into one box. You know, I still have a 1-bedroom apartment that is furnished with furniture and items that really speak to me, but I don't have a storage unit full of decorations or other decor or things that don't fit in here. Everything that I have has a space, has a purpose. I spend less time making decisions because I have less decisions to make anymore. And I can really make sure that whatever decisions I am making are coming from a place that feels right to me. And it's by simplifying, it's by doing away with the things that no longer serve me and focusing on the things that do, that I've gained this freedom. I'll leave it at that for now. If you have any questions about how I have kind of gone about living with a minimalist mindset in the past few years, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you guys liked this video and would like to see more about simplifying, intentional living, and living with a minimalist mindset, then please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. If I buy something, I've either done a lot of research about the product or it's something that really, really speaks to me and will serve a purpose in my life.